Hello and welcome to this week's psychic prediction show. So do me a favor, as I'm still trying to grow my channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I really appreciate your feedback. Okay, so this is a doozy. Melania doing a press conference to tell us to stop talking about her. Clearly, she's never heard of the Streisand effect. It's the phenomenon where attempts to suppress, hide, or censor information backfires, resulting in the unintended consequences of making that information more widely known. It was named after her when she tried to and failed to remove a photo of her home. I think it was on Google Earth or something like this. And as a result of her effort, it basically skyrocketed the views. People weren't aware of it, and all of a sudden, her getting involved had the opposite effect. She was trying to hide, and all of a sudden it just blew up like gangbusters. So as a result, they named this the Streisand effect. So Melania going out and saying, don't talk about me, there's nothing to talk about, there's nothing to see, now it's got us all talking about it. Now, the timing of this video is very suspect because there's a woman named Amanda Ongaro who's 41 years old. She's a Brazilian former model and apparently a former United States ambassador to Grenada. Sorry, I can't even get that out. Grenada. Her husband, or ex-husband, Paolo Zampoli, is a businessman and a Trump ally who said he was the one who introduced Melania to Trump. But if you look at the Epstein files, it says otherwise about who or how they were introduced. And it was not by that man, according to the Epstein files. She's threatening to expose information regarding Melania because she says she has nothing to lose. She was picked up by ICE late last year and deported to Brazil. Now, the interesting thing is her and her ex-husband are in the process of a custody war for her son. And it's alleged that she had, her ex-husband asked for her to be deported. Now again, let me put in my disclaimer. I think I forgot to say that. All readings and messages shared here are for entertainment purpose only and reflect intuitive impressions, not fact. So again, it's alleged that the husband asked Trump to get her deported, which is interesting because think about it. She's a model no one's ever heard of. She was ambassador to Grenada, has absolutely no qualifications. And anyway, the point of my story is a lot of psychics, including myself, have said that Trump's going to be taken down by a woman. Now, I felt and still feel this way, but it feels like a series of cuts. Like each cut is just having a more devastating effect. Because look at where we are. There's a multitude of people with stories that are coming out. And she's trying to, the story that they made for Melania, it's currently being challenged in the courts because she says that they met one way, and I think a biographer, Michael Wolff, I believe, is challenging her because he's saying that's malarkey. So again, this is alleged, and these are psychic predictions. They're not facts, and it's going to be interesting because I do see it's like cuts but from a thousand cuts. Like I each see more stories coming out, and each one is going to, it's not the one that does it, it's the multitude that does it. It's interesting because I stop watching the news sometimes because of all the bad news there. But I saw a clip the other day and I literally got a psychic hit. It was just my guides reminding me the presidency has a timeline. It's only 4 years. Then a new person comes in. The thing is, the laws remain the same. And when the old regime comes out of office, a lot of people will be relocating to a federal prison because there's no endless pardon for the crimes that are being done in plain sight. The only obstacle in this administration is that the only obstacle is this administration, and it was the people in charge that weren't letting certain cases go forward. But TikTok, we're watching and we're waiting. This is not going to last forever. I just want to remind you guys that we as a country have been in worse situations. Doesn't feel like that, but history has shown us we have. And we've come out better and stronger. And the fact, they were saying something really interesting today. I think it was Viktor Orban, that dictator that was overthrown. His son is literally, well, first of all, the Viktor Orban, the dictator that was overthrown by someone else who won the presidency. I think J.D. Vance even went over to the country to kind of rally for them, which is interesting because how narcissistic do you have to be to think that your popularity is so incredibly amazing that you can go to a foreign country and sway their election? And that was the mindset. And J.D. Vance went over there, tried to get Trump on the phone multiple times, which was kind of embarrassing because it was all being recorded. And when he did get him on the phone, it was almost like he was irritated until he heard the crowd cheering. But they found that helped the opposite side win. He kind of brought up, bringing his name into the election mix. Didn't win anybody. It actually did the opposite effect. He had a wide gap between the winner and Orban. And interestingly enough, the son is literally going to go to jail. Viktor Orban's son. There's so many lawsuits and investigations from a global level of the amount of corruption that's done in that country. It's insane. The father-in-law set him up to get millions of dollars. And the fact that this was going on, and it was caught. It was caught internationally because they were using funds that they were given internationally. And after an investigation, found that, this person is not really qualified or equipped to be doing these jobs. They stopped giving him the money. So what the prime minister did was started to open up his government funds. So a poor country giving funds to somebody to do work that they're not qualified for. Again, this goes back to what I was saying. Regimes change, but the laws remain the same. They're now going after him. And it should be interesting. I actually saw that he and his wife moved to the United States. So, again, there's probably not going to be an extradition of him during this administration. But like I said before, TikTok, regimes change, but the law is still the law. Got to pay the piper. You do the deed, you got to pay the piper. Okay, as always, if you're interested in getting a private reading, message me. The information's in the description. And see you next time. Take care.